Hi guys! In today's video, I'm going to be doing a 100% honest review of famous and underrated slime shops, and I really hope that you enjoy it. So first up, we're going to be reviewing Slimeowy, and this is her jelly bean paws slime, and I thought this was so creative. It has a cat paw on the top and the bottom, so when you take it out, you get to experience it all over again, because when I was smushing it, I was like, I wish I took a thumbnail, and then I just turned it over and it turned into a completely new slime. My favourite thing about this was definitely how much it drizzled. It was just so light and airy. I didn't find it was too wet. It was slightly wet, but that doesn't bother me at all. This had a really gorgeous jelly bean scent to it as well. Next up is bread slime, which is a new texture, and it's kind of like a butter slime, so made with Zyzo clay, but it's thicker and I find it's a lot fluffier. I'm not entirely sure how they create this texture, but I really love it, and I think anyone who loves the classic clay slimes will. And this one's sent to zucchini bread, which I've actually never tried before, so I can't say how accurate this is, but it smells really sweet with a hint of savoury, which I'm guessing is the zucchini, so I can't say that word, zucchini, but it's really fluffy, it inflates so much, and it spreads really well as well, so all around I'm very impressed with this slime. Thicky Mickey smells so good. That was the first thing I noticed when I opened this. Whenever I read Hawaiian scents, I always think like coconut, and coconut's okay, but this did not smell like coconut. It was more like pineapple, fruit punchy, I would say, and I really love those scents, and this was so thick. As the name suggests, Thicky Mickey. My only problem with this, which isn't even really a problem, is that this inflates so much, so I had to put this in 2 massive containers. Frozen Meowgarita made me laugh because of the name, but I love the scent of this. It smells just like a margarita, and if you guys don't know what that smells like, it's like a lime scent basically, and these aren't my favourite textured slimes. I did notice a bit of snow fallout. It wasn't a massive amount. It still felt really nice. It was really lovely fluffed up. It was very fluffy and sizzly. At first I don't really like it though. I always find that these types of textures really rip until you kind of fluff them up, but it's okay. If you like these textures, I think you'll like this one. This isn't a bad slime. Meowberry Butter was a really thick and creamy butter slime. I was a huge fan of it. I really liked how sizzly it was, and that's a massive thing for me with butter slimes. I love the sounds of it. It's scented wildberry apparently. Personally, to me, this smells like blackberry, but that's a scent I like, so I'm not complaining. Marshmallow Cream came cracked, and this completely was not her fault. I cannot emphasize this enough. Everything was so well packaged and nothing else cracked, so I think it must have just been by the side and the post office was really tough with it, so I rehomed it and it was amazing. And also my containers are 8 ounce, so I think she's secretly giving everyone like 10 ounces because this wasn't full to the top, but in my slime it definitely was. And this was so spreadable. It smelled really good. It smelled like peaches, I would say. I was just so impressed by how easily my fingers slipped into this. As you can see, they just sink in. It's so relaxing to play with, and it's a really gorgeous soft butter slime. Each slime came individually packaged, nothing leaked apart from the last one, but she spoiled me so much. As you can see, all these are all Eastern sweets because they were so good. She gave me some High Chews, some Zots, which are my favourites, some Sour Patch Kids, and then she gave me loads of cat themed stuff. She gave me a pop socket, some cute little stickers, just everything in this package was amazing. And then she gave me the classic stuff like borax and a care sheet. Next up, we're going to be reviewing my favourite slime shop, and that's Slime Marshmallows, and this is her Love Struck Beluga slime. And you guys might be like, why is she your favourite slime shop? And it's simply because all of her slimes are so creative and she comes out with so many new ones all the time, and they're genuinely really impressive. Like, I know a lot of people change colours of things and that's kind of considered new collections, but all of her slimes are really different and they're all really amazing. And this one especially, it had a bed of the sea which was made out of cloud slime, and then on top there was a really thick slime with some little, it was like a little whale charm in there, and then loads of little heart charms which you can see throughout the slime when it's being mixed, and this inflates so much. It's really fluffy to play with, and it smells like a Hawaiian tropical scent, but more of a coconutty one than the Hawaiian one we had earlier with Slimeowy. Skull candy is a texture I've never seen before and definitely never felt before. It feels like sugar pieces, and obviously it's not sugar because sugar melts down slime, but it genuinely feels like sugar granules in there, and the texture is amazing. I just couldn't stop playing with this. I was addicted. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was going to be like really wet snow that just kind of felt like slushy because that's what it looked like at first, but this was so crunchy, so gorgeous to play with, and it kind of had like a cowpole scent, which personally I love, but I know a lot of people don't like those scents. But yeah, the texture was just amazing. Awesome Falls was so pretty, and I was really worried about this one because I didn't film it for 2 days when I got the package, so I was worried it was going to merge, but luckily it didn't. It's so pretty. It has loads of pigment slimes on the top, and then it has a really small layer of white glue slime, and I think this is just to help the pigment slimes kind of fall down. But when this was mixed together, it kind of looked like Snoop Slime's Barbie slime, but less pink, and oh my goodness, the smell was amazing. I should have mentioned that first. It smells like cinnamon buns, but a really realistic scent. Like, I could not stop smelling this, and I was really shocked that it was scented at all, because it's just so clear, but I think it must be either the white layer or maybe the pigment slimes on the top. But yeah, this slime is amazing. 10 out of 10, definitely recommend. Totoro's Forest was absolutely beautiful. It comes in a really similar setup to Love Struck Beluga, with the cloud at the bottom and then clear at the top. But this one has a charm in the middle that's a lot bigger than the last one. And the favourite thing about this for me was definitely the scent. I really love green apple scents, and this was so strongly scented with a fresh green apple scent. The one thing I didn't like as much as the previous one, the Love Struck Beluga, was just that this didn't feel like a cloud after, but obviously they're different textures. And this one came out feeling more like an icy slime, which I mentioned earlier isn't my favourite texture. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the slime, like it still felt really nice, and this is definitely a better like icy texture than I normally feel. But with that being said, I don't particularly like ices, but I love the smell of this, and I do really like the initial texture of this. Eggnog was awesome because this had 3 textures in it. So the top was just a straight layer of clay. I think it was Daiso, I'm not entirely sure. And then underneath that we have butter, but then at the very bottom we have this gorgeous thick slime. And honestly, if she is selling this in her shop as an 8 ounce, I would buy one every week because when I was mixing it in, I was like, I wish I wasn't mixing this in. I could like pick out each little bit, because although the texture was amazing and lovely, it was a really airy, thick, gorgeous, really nice butter slime. And that was basically all the adjectives I could possibly use, but it inflates so much, and I do really like that texture, but the thick textures are my favorite, so I just wish I could have the bottom layer by itself. Slime Marshmallow's real name is Christy, and this is her signature Christy's Fluffy Butter. And this is described as smelling like sweets, but personally to me, this smells like a really citrusy, fruity tart. And fun fact, this is probably the only butter slime that I've received that genuinely looks like butter. All the rest of them are just butter slime because they're used with Daiso clay, but I really love this. It was the softest clay slime I've ever received. It's quite hard to play with in your hand if you like squishing up butter slimes in the palm of your hand, but I love smoothing it on the table. That was my favorite thing to do with this. Andrew's Thickwell straight up smells like toothpaste, which personally I liked, but it was very, very strong. So if you guys aren't into minty scents, this definitely wouldn't be for you. The texture's really nice, but I don't know, I think I like thicker textures, and this one does have a thick texture, but she has another one. I think it's called Christie's Rice Krispies, and that is my absolute favourite. So in comparison, it isn't as good, but it's still nice. She didn't actually send me a lot of these slimes for review. She just sent them as a birthday present because my birthday was in October, and she very generously gave me some molten brown shower gels. And my favourite one in this is muddled plum. If you guys want a new shower gel, literally non-spawn, like I literally love it. Also, I've noticed a few people saying that because of extras, I have to give people nice things. Genuinely, if her slimes were bad, I would say there are so many slimes I don't include because I don't like them in reviews, and this one is just amazing. She just happens to send great presents as well. Next up we have Glitter.Slimes, and I ordered an avalanche slime from her, and like I mentioned earlier, avalanche slimes always mix. I don't know why I did this, but some of it actually didn't. Some of it was clay, and it has fishbowl beads in there, which gave it a really unique texture because this is a clear base, but it has some clay in there, so when you're mixing it in, it was just lovely. And when it's all mixed in, it's so thick and also so glossy as well. And she said the scent was really similar to a raw honeycomb one. I would say it's a more floral scent. I think it's just the slime ingredients that she added to it that's kind of mixed with the actual scent, but it smells really great and the texture is amazing. I feel so passionately about birthday cake Oreo milk because the Oreo scent is so realistic, and whenever I open Oreos, I always get the chocolatey biscuit scent first. And in Oreo scents, I always feel like it's kind of like cookies and cream. It doesn't smell like Oreos, it's just a kind of standard scent. But to me, the Oreo scent is so prevalent in this, and I love the texture. It's a really thick and glossy slime at first, and then it inflates and turns super fluffy. And just all around, I think the slime is really great. pancake scents are definitely my least favourite scents, and I can't give this a fair review because I don't like it. But I did like the slime, and I found the texture really interesting because when I saw videos of this, it just looked like a slightly clay-like slime that was quite glossy. But in reality, it kind of feels like it has a lot of fake snow in there because it's really textured, but you can't see the texture, so that's why I think it's fake snow. But I do find this interesting. If you do like blueberry scents, I would definitely go for this. I just personally do not, and especially blueberry pancake ones, but this is really good at bubble popping. Just watching this clip back, I remember how great the bubble pops were. I first reviewed her Laffy Taffy slimes about a year ago now, and they had a really thick and clicky base, and now it's changed slightly. It has a very realistic Laffy Taffy feel now. I would say it's more clay based, or at least has some fake snow in there. It's still very glossy and nice to poke, but I would say it's more of a sleigh slime more than the clicky texture in the past. Just if anyone has bought in the past and they're thinking to rebuy, it's still really great. It smells like guava like the name suggests, but it has a more realistic Laffy Taffy feel. I couldn't find this one on her website, so I just DM'd her, and she said that with orders over 5, she includes these sometimes, and they're mystery slimes that are 5 ounces, and this one isn't even on her website. This is a completely different slime, and it smells like blue raspberry. It's a cloud slime. It doesn't drizzle really smoothly. It has some foam beads in there, but the more you play with it, the smoother it becomes at drizzling. Everything came individually bubble wrapped and nothing leaks, and she included loads of Zots, loads of other candies, and some borax, a care sheet, and some other extras. Thank you so much for watching this video and also supporting me throughout the year. I wanted to say a huge Merry Christmas to all of you that are watching this. I hope you have the best holidays, and if you don't celebrate it, I hope you have a great time too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye!